Hey everyone, this is Mrs. McTutor. Today we're going to talk about how to make an MLA heading and how I can quickly and easily set up my paper for MLA format. Before I even start typing, I want to get it set up. So this is super easy and I will show you how. All right, I'm going to use a Google Doc to show you how to set up my paper before I even start typing. Just click here to get my Google Doc up. Okay, you can see I already have a Google Doc. I gave it a name already for a file. I'll pretend that I'm writing an argument essay about school uniforms. So you can see my cursor is here all ready to start my paper, but before I even type my name, I want to set up for MLA format because once I get set up, it's done, it's ready, and my format will be nice. Okay, so according to MLA format, you want 12 font times New Roman. You can see we're defaulting here to 11, so I'm going to change that font size to 12. And we want Times New Roman. So it says Arial. I'm going to just drop this down and scroll to Times New Roman. Okay, so 12 font, Times New Roman. MLA format says we need 1-inch margins on all sides. So I'm going to click on File, and I'm going to scroll down to Page Setup. And you can see I already have 1-inch margins on the top, the bottom, the left, and the right. You want to make sure that it is set to 1-inch margins all around for MLA format. Okay, next we want double spacing. So for double spacing, we're going to click on Format, and we're going to go to Line Spacing right here. And I'm going to change that to double spacing. Click on double spacing. Okay, now I'm ready to begin typing my MLA heading. Okay, once you set up that double spacing, you never will hit enter more than one time through your entire paper. You will have no need to hit enter more than once. Keep that in mind so you don't have any extra weird spaces in there. All right, so let me type my name. I'll pretend I'm a student named Shannon Smith. Shannon Smith. Okay, I'm going to hit enter one time. You could see it's double spacing perfectly for me. Now you put your teacher's name here. Mrs. Meyerson. Okay, if you're in college or in high school and you have a teacher who has a title like Dr. Meyerson, please make sure you put that there. They worked really hard to get that title, so you should acknowledge it in your heading. Also, it's really important to make sure you spell your teacher and professor's name correctly. It looks like you either don't know or don't care if you don't get it right, and neither of those are the impression you want to give. Okay, so we're going to hit enter one time. So your name, teacher's name, hit enter, and this would be your course. If it's in college, it might be English 111. In high school, maybe you're taking 11th grade English, it might be English 11. We usually also put the period in high school, period 6. Hit enter one time, and you're going to do the date. We're going to start with the number of the day first. So 6, hit space, November, oops, space, and the year. Okay, everything you do, you want to spell out. So do not abbreviate anything. Write out the word November. Don't put any commas here. Okay, so the number first, the month spelled out, one space, and write out the full year. Do not abbreviate for MLA format. You're going to hit enter just one time, and then you're going to center the title. So let's go to the center button right over here, and we're going to put the title in. So let's pretend I'm writing about school uniforms. Let's see. The argument, oops, in favor of school uniforms. Right, so that's my title. Notice the title is not fancy. There's no large font. There's nothing underlined. There's no bold. There are no quotation marks. There's nothing special about the title. It's just centered and simple, 12 font Times New Roman, and that's exactly how it should be for MLA format. We hit enter just one time, and we are going to go back to our left line here, and we are ready to start writing our paper. So even if this is going to be an 8-page paper, it starts just like this, just the same. You're simply going to indent. Now use that tab key, T-A-B, use the tab key to indent. Don't use the space bar. So watch, I'll hit tab, and it indents perfectly for me. And that's where you begin your paper. When people talk about dress codes, many argue about school uniforms, something like that. Okay, I'm not going to continue the whole paper. Some people, I'll just type one more line so you can see the indent. Some people believe that blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm not going to finish this paper. But you can see there's your heading, student's name, teacher's name, course, date, put this way, hit enter one time, center your title, hit enter one time, and indent and begin your paper. Okay, one other thing you want to do before you go on is to add your page numbering. Okay, up here in the right hand corner, MLA format says to put it up here. Okay, now please listen, do not click into the heading like this. Watch. A lot of people like to click that heading open and put the one up here. Don't do that. You want to do this correctly so it will number all your pages for you. Okay, if you click, close it again. If you click on your header, you are not going to get your page numbers done correctly, and it's going to make you go crazy a little bit. It's going to be so annoying. So this is the right way to do it. Okay, let's go to insert right here, insert. And you're going to go to page number. See here it says header and page number. Okay, so go to insert and then you hover over header and page number and click on page number. You're actually not clicking it, you're hovering over page number. And they're giving you some choices. So do you want your numbers up in the right corner starting on the first page? Do you want your numbers up in the right corner but starting on the second page? This would show you that you have a separate cover page, like a title page. MLA format actually says not to have a separate cover page or a title page unless your teacher or professor tells you to. Okay, so if your teacher or professor does not tell you that they want you to have this special cover page or title page, then you don't do it. Okay, MLA format would tell you to just start your paper on the very first page with a simple heading. Okay, down here you have some bottom of the page choices, bottom right. Bottom right, again, if your teacher is telling you to do this, this is what you would do. Otherwise, standard MLA format, our choice would be this one. Okay, your numbers are in the top right and you don't have a separate cover page. So I'm just going to click that and you can see that the one is automatically put up here. I did not put that. The computer did that after I made that selection. Okay, what you want to do though, see the cursor is blinking after the one? You want to click in front of the one. Okay, just move your cursor in front of the one and you're going to type in your last name. So I'm pretending my name is Shannon Smith. I'm writing my last name Smith and I'm hitting enter one time. Okay, and then I'm just going to close my margin, my header, and you could see it says Smith 1 up there. Actually, you know what I want to do actually? I'm going to go back and highlight this and I'm going to make this also Times New Roman. Okay. So you could see Times New Roman Smith 1. There's my heading, there's my title, my paper begins. So even if this goes on for 5, 8 pages, it's going to just start just like this. I'm going to just click down to get to the next page so you could see that it is numbering my pages for me. So there's Smith 2, and it will continue to number your pages for you. Okay, so that's really what you want to do. Before you even start your paper, you want to set it up like this, and you're ready to go. Okay, so check back. We'll talk about in-text citations and things like that too. But for now, you want to at least know what MLA heading and formatted page looks like. Let me just go back to my original lesson here. If you have a question and you're not sure what to do and you don't have someone to ask, where should you go for help? My absolute favorite resource for questions relating to research papers, really relating to anything English, is Purdue OWL. So I'm going to click on this. Just remember the owl. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Just remember that owl. Purdue OWL is comes from Purdue University. It's the Purdue University online writing lab, and there's so much free help here. I use this resource all the time. You could search using their search bar anything like how do I use a semicolon, how do I do in-text citations. You can really search anything here. If you need help with a resume or a cover letter, absolutely anything. They will help you with anything. It's fantastic. If you were to look for MLA format, you could just scroll down and see the MLA guide is here. Okay, and then of course there's so much time you could spend here scrolling through and seeing all the wonderful things that they offer you. But as far as MLA formatting, of course you can click here or you could click here. It's the same thing. Okay, they will help you with citing your sources. There's general guidelines. If any of you are um, teachers scrolling through here, checking this out, please notice this cool classroom poster that you could get. You could even print it as a handout for your students. I love this. Students, you can go to Purdue Owl and print this out for yourself. I think it's just great. So any questions you have about headings or citations or anything, you can just go here and it will easily explain it for you with lots of cool examples. I just want to show you that they have this MLA sample paper. It's great for any student who needs help. You want to see a nice visual. This is, oh, let me just scroll up a little bit. This is an entire example paper written in MLA format from beginning to end. So you can see here's the student's last name and page number in Times New Roman 12 font. You can see the heading done appropriately. You can see the title just like we showed you. And then of course the paper starts right here with an indent. But this is great. It's going to help you with all the in-text citations and show you all the cool things that you should be noticing. So I think every student should look at this. I usually print this out and use this in my classroom. Um, but it's just such a great resource, especially if you read, oops, especially if you read what they're putting in the margins there for you. They're showing you so many great things that you can include in your own papers. All right, so that's definitely my favorite resource for anyone. It's kind of like having an English teacher right there available to you all the time. So that's it. That's MLA format, the basics of heading and setting up your page. If you found this helpful, please click the like button and also go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to get more people subscribing here because I have a lot more lessons I'm going to be doing coming up. So check out my other video lessons and happy writing. Thanks for watching.